Good afternoon, Ms. Russell. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. I want to thank you for taking the time to have this interview with us.
You're quite welcome.
I want to first start off by asking you a couple of questions regarding your journey towards wellness and some of the challenges that you face, especially being a senior. Um, what would you say was the defining moment that caused you to begin to look towards alternative sources of health care, meaning naturopathic health care?
Well, I remember distinctly it was having a discussion with my primary care physician about my immune system. And I learned that my immune system was failing, but he offered me no alternatives as to what could be done about that. And then I remembered seeing a little pamphlet over at Pembroke about this little girl named Faith and the Wellness Center. And I remembered one of the things that I read was about the immune system and boosting the immune system. And that's how I came to learn of the Wellness Center. I looked it up right away when I got home, and I made the call.
Great. Wonderful. Was that your first time, your first encounter with naturopathic health care?
Yes,
or
it
holistic
was.
health care?
Yes, reading about faith in that book. And that was the first, not the first I've heard of it, but the first time my interest was piqued.
I see. Since that time and coming to Total Sensory Wellness Center, please explain some of the changes that have occurred with your body and health.
I would say I have much more energy, and I'm also sleeping better and eating better because I've changed my diet. And the supplements, I believe, have helped me greatly.
Wonderful. What do you, and I have to speak with you, ask these questions to you as a senior, because I know that you have just seen a whole lot in your lifetime based on your prior experiences growing up, and how people as a society or a whole viewed healthcare now. Do you think that the lifestyle habits of Americans are affecting their health?
Yes, I do. And growing up as a child, the food that we ate, we grew. My father always had a garden, and we bought only the staples. My mother always canned all summer long, and we raised chickens, not any pork or anything like that, but the chickens, the eggs. We had to buy the milk, but that came from the nearby farms. And I think that had a lot to do with the way we grew up. We grew up eating natural foods because they did not use fertilizers other than the natural fertilizers from horses and chickens and things like that. Now, everything is so processed and so full of chemicals. It has quite a bit to do with what's going on, especially in the medical field, with all of these drugs. And we as a people, as a culture, we have always known about natural healing. When you look back at the history of African Americans especially, and in talking with older generations, and I was always interested in talking with older people, and they would tell how they could go out and in the woods and get medicinal herbs to treat whatever was wrong with them. So I was just naturally interested in finding out what can I do now, because I was taking so many drugs and I wanted to get away from that. And I think having the time to do it now at this age and being active as a senior. I want to be as active as long as I can.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And this leads me, your response has led me to a statement that we encounter a lot, especially from individuals that are older.
Mm-hmm.
How would you respond to an individual who makes a statement, I've been doing this for 20, 30, or even 40 years. I'm too old to change?
Well, I guess that depends on the type individual you are. I think you should always leave yourself open to whatever you are led to. Now, I believe that we as spiritual beings should follow that spirit. I don't think we should let anything get in the way of it. I think I was spiritually and divinely led to this place because it just automatically popped into my mind. Look into the wellness center. But you have to be open. Your spirit has to be open. And you have to be the type of person to investigate what's new. I always want to know what's going on out there. Now, if you're not of that personality, I can see some of us as seniors just giving up and doing exactly what the doctor tells you. But I just wanted a different path because I was tired of being sick and tired of being in the hospital. So I just decided to get on with it, try it. Can't lose anything by it.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely correct. In closing, Ms. Russell, what is the best advice you can offer to the next generation as it pertains to health and wellness?
As it pertains to health and wellness, I tell my children and anyone who's younger, you have to be in charge of your own health care, especially in our society today. Do what you know will be good for you and good for your body, but always seek out those things that will be beneficial to you. Eat properly, get the proper rest, take care of all that you yourself. Remember that you are a spiritual being, and the spirit is always with us, whatever that spirit might be for you. It might be different from what I believe, but whatever that spirit is for you, follow that. Always keep your mind on that in everything that you do. And I think healing is a part of that. I think we are healed spiritually.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ms. Russell, for sharing your words of wisdom.
You're welcome.